Raniwala is a legacy jewelry house from Rajasthan. We have Abhishek Raniwala with us. And then we have me just casually hanging out in full bridal jewelry. Are there any good jewelers from anywhere else? Are you all in Rajasthan? Is there a particular reason why the gold prices are fluctuating so much right now? Of all these foreign jewelry houses coming to India, do they have a future?
Every dulhan getting married wants to look like her mother, nani, or dadi.
Indian women have like a special relationship with their jewelers.
1,000-year tribe. There's an old saying which says, "Aap jewelry ko na jano, par jeweler ko zarur jana."
Before we start the episode, I'm going to do something really exciting because I don't know if you've seen any of my episodes earlier on jewelry. If you have, you'll know that I am obsessed with jewelry. It's like my favorite topic. And I get to choose from all these beautiful pieces a piece that I'm going to wear during the shoot. So Abhishek,
Hi.
you're going to help me.
Oh, sure.
What am I looking at here? That's a Navratan.
That's a Navratan.
So Navratan is 9 precious stones,
That's right. That's
Which
right.
is like a traditional Indian
Indian.
way of making a particular piece of jewelry.
Yeah, it's also auspicious.
What else do we
this
have
is this is emeralds. That's tourmaline. So these jewelry are very ethno-contemporary, Parnya.
Yeah.
They are designed for the modern woman, but still very rooted, and design sense is very old world charm. And you as a personality, I think, resonate with this kind of ethno-contemporary
Totally.
design language what Raniwala we have at our end.
Totally. I think if I had to describe myself, ethno-contemporary is a good adjective for just me as a person also. Okay, I'm really like inching towards this beautiful choker.
Yeah.
This is just polki. It's polki.
It's polki.
And because I think it'll go with my outfit really well. So let's try the choker. I'm going to try the big necklace under it because it goes with this. And then we'll see if we're going to keep it on during the shoot because I don't want to distract people with how beautiful the necklace is and they stop listening to what I'm saying, you know? So this goes with this beautiful.
It looks very pretty.
Yeah, thank you. I love chokers.
Yeah.
I have a long neck, so I like chokers. I think they look nice on long necks. And then we have this under it, right?
Yes.
Which I think is really cool too.
So all these motifs are very Indian motifs, but very designed in a contemporary way.
Yeah.
So it matches. It's more relevant in the modern times, but still has an identity of being rooted in traditional.
How does this look?
It's looking fantastic.
Is it too much for the shoot?
Maybe. But Parnya can carry anything.
We'll see what we end up with, but I really like this. Hi guys, welcome to a beautiful episode on jewelry with Raniwala. Raniwala is a legacy jewelry house from Rajasthan, and we have Abhishek Raniwala with us.
Hi, Parnya.
Hi, and then we have me just casually hanging out in full bridal jewelry. Just casually hanging out like it's nothing. I just really wanted to wear it because it looks really good with my dress. It's beautiful, right? It's okay.
It's fantastic. It looks very pretty.
If it's on loan, then why not? Okay, Abhishek, well, thank you so much for doing this. I do want to mention something. This podcast, we're in the 4th season. And we have featured 2 other jewelers before this, and they were also from Rajasthan.
Oh, brilliant.
Either I'm only coming across Rajasthani jewelers, or it's like basically, are there any good jewelers from anywhere else? Are you all in Rajasthan?
Brilliant question.
Yeah.
I'll take this one for Rajasthan first of all.
Please do. Yeah.
Thank you. And why Rajasthan? Because Rajasthan is very rich in heritage and craft, Parnya, and the legacy created thousands and hundreds of years in Rajasthan, and the craft which is still nurtured, which is still part of our DNA, is from Rajasthan. So that is there why the jewelers are from Rajasthan. And Raniwala 1881, as the name sounds, we've been there from many years. It is just that all these jewelers never came up and started storytelling, Parnya, and a platform like yours allowed us to come and talk, converse, and showcase our craft and art and the karigars. So that's Rajasthan, and that's Raniwala 1881.
1881. Yeah. So it was literally started by your forefathers.
Yes.
And it started as a jewelry house just to sell to clients or to sell to other businesses? Like, how was it started? What was the reason behind it?
Thanks for putting that up. So, Parnya, my great-great-grandfather was a Rai Bahadur.
We don't know anything about Rajasthani culture. What is a Rai Bahadur?
So, Rai Bahadur, in the time of Victoria, when the India was under the governance of Victoria Raj, Rai Bahadur was one upadhi, a title given by the Queen for a legit businessman who were part of doing big community service and are big achievers. I cannot say
Oh.
Padma Bhushan, but something on a space of someone recognized and achiever. And to be in that format, it was a big thing socially.
Okay.
So I'm proud for my legacy. My great-great-grandfather was a Rai Bahadur, and we did jewelry. He did jewelry for his own family. He wasn't a pure aristocrat. So, the family was so big that he used to craft every piece by himself for every bahu, that is
Wow.
daughter-in-law or wife.
Lucky them.
Yeah, and those were
Yeah.
the times. And
Yeah.
and not into jewelry from so many years, but being part of the jewelry industry or journey from 1881. And we have a beautiful Haveli, Parnya, which still is in Byawar, which is in Rajasthan, dated 1880.
Wow.
Which reminds and connects us to our roots.
Yeah. There's something so beautiful about having a heritage or old home property. So we're from Rampur. Our Rampur house, my grandmother's entire portion was built in the 1800s.
Wow.
And for the longest time, there was like a emblem that
Emblem,
said that.
yeah.
And I was so annoyed because somebody like covered it once and I was like, oh my God, this is everything. The fact, like the date is everything, you know?
Exactly.
We still have our high ceilings. We still have all those beautiful things. I mean, I don't know, having an old home, there's nothing better.
It's a connect.
It's a connect. It's a connect.
You feel connected to your roots, your identity, and it makes you more alive. I feel very alive when I talk about my legacy or my forefathers. And as you mentioned in your Rampur Haveli, in our Byawar Haveli, there's this insignia of CR. And there's so many motifs and so much creativity. I mean, those times were brilliant.
I sometimes look at the buildings during the Victorian
Yes.
age and I think that they didn't have technology. And Victorian age was a very romantic age in terms
Yeah.
of like how detailed the architecture was. I'm like, how did they make this stuff without any technology? And they were obviously brilliant. I think sometimes when you lean more on technology, sometimes, not always, you become less creative or something. I can't understand.
Less
like,
human, I would say.
yeah, less human because
Less human.
those buildings, some of them are so intricate and beautiful, and that's when they didn't have technology. And I think that they were geniuses for doing that.
So, Panya, this is exactly where you brought this up. So, our brand architecture is built on those old world charm, beautiful, creative selvets and motifs.
Yeah.
We wrap it up with today's technology.
Yeah.
And we make it so relevant to the modern young bride,
Right.
who is so modern in her own way and still so connected. And that's our design philosophy.
So, with this kind of jewelry, are brides your main clientele?
Yes.
And you had said something interesting to me the other day in some communication where you cater to the emotional needs of a bride. What does that mean?
We as a brand story, we always say that we are a gateway for a bride to connect to her roots. So I normally say this in these words that every dulhan getting married wants to look like her mother, nani or dadi.
She wants to look classic, right?
So what is classic if we define, Panya, it's more connected, it's an expression of her tribe.
Yeah.
Who is she?
Yeah.
What's her pehchan? That's
Yeah.
what we call here. And she's so modern and so relevant to this trendy world and studied abroad. But how does she be herself on the day of marriage?
Yeah.
And that's where Raniwala comes. We take those old world charms and package it in such a beautiful jewelry where she can wear it and express herself.
Yeah.
And that is this. Our source of inspiration is our Haveli, our architecture, our heritage, the times where, the Victorian era or the Babur era and the Indus Valley era, all of that came into an art form, which is so unique to India.
Yeah.
It's so unique to Rajasthan.
Like our history,
Our
right?
history.
You've used all of it in
All
your
of
in
it.
your jewelry.
That's it. And
Yeah.
that's what is so evident.
Yeah.
So I always say this, that's what I mentioned, that we are a gateway of Indian modern bride to connect to her roots.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And tell me this, because as we discussed, there are so many jewelers from Rajasthan, and a lot of you are doing beautiful jewelry. There is no doubt. I'm sure there's a sense of competition, obviously,
Yes.
because there are so many clients,
Yes.
and then she has to choose between so many people. What sets Raniwala apart from the other jewelers that are in Rajasthan?
Panya, first, all the jewelers from Rajasthan, we have huge trust and respect because all have unfolding their journey in their own best forms, and
Yeah.
you know many of them, as
Yeah.
you mentioned there. But particularly with Raniwala, we are a design house, and our story is very real. when I say real, it's very original because it's dated 1880. Our art forms are very real, very original again. So it's not only about creation, we also have been manufacturing this kind of jewelry, which sets us apart, which gives us a technological advantage that how we can take these beautiful selvets and manufacture in a different way. So this is where we find ourselves and we call ourselves as design house. And then emotional need. We are in that segment of that bride where she can connect.
Yeah.
So these are the three.
Also legacy, right? Not
Legacy.
every Rajasthan jeweler has a legacy which is this old, which dates so back.
Take another
So-
100 years to build one.
Exactly. So the experience that maybe
Yes.
your house brings, maybe others don't because you have a
So
history.
Purnia, thanks for getting that. So
Yeah.
what happens is that in jewelry industry, validation is very important because validation gets trust.
Right.
So the minute you have 100 years legacy, there's a validation in that conversation and that storytelling, and that is default trust. So Purnia, there's an old saying which says, "Aap jewelry ko na jano, par jeweler ko zarur jano."
That's so true. Because I'm so obsessed with jewelry and I'm always talking jewelry with my friends. So many times I have heard stories where somebody will be going to a jeweler for some time, then realize that they've been cheated in some form or the other. Maybe the jeweler has said that I'm giving you something, but it's not exactly that. Or they have said the price is a certain amount for a certain reason and the reason is not true. Whatever it is, there's basically a trust deficit and they stop going to the jeweler, no matter
Yeah.
how much they love the jeweler. So I think in fine jewelry, trust is everything.
Absolutely,
Right?
yes.
And Indian women have like a special relationship with their jewelers.
1,000-year tribe.
Yeah.
We have a tribe of 1,000. It's embedded in our DNA.
Yeah. That's also why I find it so interesting. Tell me what your take is on this. Of all these foreign jewelry houses coming to India, and I guess their branding has to be very strong because they're selling pieces where Indian women just dissect it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
ये तो 18 कैरेट गोल्ड हम तो 22 पहनते हैं.
Exactly.
इसका ये डायमंड का वर्थ ये है, ये है, ये है, तो ये ब्रेसलेट इतनी महंगी क्यों है?
Exactly.
Indian women are too smart when it
You're
comes
so
to
right.
buying jewelry,
That's
right?
right.
So, like, what do you think the future of these brands is
But
coming
yeah,
into India?
we haven't understood that the access for Indian women for jewelry has been a lot.
Yeah.
They don't need anything more. If you go and ask in America what is a gold price, nobody will know it.
Yeah.
An 18-year-old or a 22-year-old girl walking on the road will tell you the price, approx price is something like
In
that.
India.
In India.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. The access is so high. And because of the art form and the heritage, jewelry is being there with us. Born, brought up with the jewelry. Seeing, as
Yeah.
I said, Dadi, Nani,
Yes.
etc.
Yeah.
So the international brands, they're perceived as more of fashion, more of trend.
Like fun jewelry?
Maybe not, but
Yeah.
if yes, but real jewelry, but just a statement and the fewer pieces.
Yeah.
Like a trousseau could be one piece of a Chanel or a Cartier. I mean, I don't want to take names, but
Yeah.
for example,
Yeah.
but one or two pieces. Otherwise, the main jewelry, because it does not
The main collection will always be Indian
doesn't
jewelry.
resonate with the personality. Does not resonate what our skin tones
Yeah.
and lifestyles and poshak we wear.
That's true. What I've noticed is that Indian women will buy these foreign jewelry brands just for the branding. If it's like trendy
Yeah.
and they want to be a part of a trend, like a fun bracelet
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
But very serious jewelry, there are very few buyers who will buy it from a foreign brand.
You're
they will
so
always
right.
buy from Indian
Absolutely.
Because their knowledge is too high.
Absolutely.
And the making cost and what the price they charge are just like there's too much of a gap.
Pricing is also secondary, Purnia. The point is that the art forms and motives are not directly resonate the personality. as I
Especially also when you're wearing Indian clothes.
Indian,
no?
all-
Yeah.
Buy all that international jewelry for your travel needs.
That's really interesting and funny because you've just put them in that category. For all your serious needs, you buy Indian jewelers. For all the weddings and all, buy your Indian jewelers. Yeah. Plus, you have so many to choose from. And Acha, tell me this. So, do they have a future, these brands coming to India?
I'm not sure the way the gold prices have gone up and
Has that affected your
huge,
sales,
yes.
gold prices?
So we ourselves are into luxury bridal jewelry,
Right.
And we're very need based.
Right.
But there's a need. There is a need. You cannot stop buying because the girl has to get married on a particular date, and
Right,
it's
right.
very close to the family and auspicious. So not that much in that category of bridal jewelry because in India, Aparna, that every marriage has been decided or jewelry has been thought from many years.
Yeah,
The amount has
it's
been
true.
slowly
Collected.
and
Sometimes they buy jewelry way in advance
way
also.
advanced
Yeah.
also. So not in that category, but overall as a category, till the time gold doesn't settle down and we don't get a clear mandate that this is the price of gold and it's a right asset class and volatility is less, the people shy away from buying jewelry.
Is there a particular reason why the gold prices are fluctuating so much right now?
I think geopolitical.
It's all because of the
It's geo-
politics in the world, right?
geopolitical. We don't know what's
Politically,
happening.
places are so unstable
We
right
don't know.
now,
And
and
the only one currency everybody believes is gold.
that's true.
And India is been believing into gold as in all citizens from thousand, as
Like
I
in
mentioned,
Kerala, at the weddings, they give you gold coins, nah? Because they really believe, I guess.
1,000 years DNA,
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah, that's true. All parts of India.
All parts of India.
Okay,
Rania.
so let's hope the gold prices settle down
Settle
for the
down.
sake of all the jewelers in India and the sake of all the buyers. Is jewelry, like Indian fine jewelry, trend based, or is it not? Like, and what are the trends right now, if it is?
Brilliant question. It's now more of expression. You know, when in the earlier days, the mother used to buy jewelry for her daughter.
Yes.
I'm talking about the bridal segment at the
Right.
moment. The daughter had to wear what mother had chosen, but it was not her expression.
Right.
Now the shift is because of the social media and the beautiful
Exposure. Yeah.
access, digital intervention, travel, outside exposure, outside the country, etc. So now the daughter is the buyer. So I say buyer is the user. So when the buyer is user, that is nothing but extension of her identity.
Right.
For example, you're wearing this. You chose this piece from multiple pieces. That's your
true.
expression.
Yeah.
And that piece, when she buys herself, that's an heirloom. That's the piece she wants to put it across her generation as her identity.
Because that's her, right? She's
That's
passing
her.
a piece of herself.
But if just imagine if that was bought, Purnia, from her mother, and she wore it, and she doesn't feel expressive enough.
Yeah.
It's not a heirloom piece.
Yeah,
Heirloom
that's
piece is
true.
all about emotion.
Right,
That
right,
connect and that
right.
luxury. I think that connect makes that luxury.
Right. So what are the trends then,
I-
like design-wise, that are popular right now?
So color stones, green has been taken last 2 years, has taken all of us out of the box in terms of designing and creativity. We also see a lot of whites coming on, very solid.
What is
very-
white, like what I'm wearing?
What you're wearing,
Yeah.
exactly, with minimal tinge of colors. It's more of expression of being solid, strong, and in control and confidence. And that is where we see a lot of, but of course the silhouettes and motifs are similar with floral, 2-dimension, but color combinations have gone more stronger and solid.
Yeah, I've been seeing some very nice use of color in Indian jewelry now,
is.
like mixing maybe 1 or 2 different colored stones in
Yes.
the same like necklace or piece of jewelry. That's something I have noticed in the last few years that has come about.
So Indian jewelry also has now gone very fine. So there are 2 parts. One is the fine jewelry and one is little bulky jewelry. So with the fine jewelry, there are a lot of color stone play like any international brand with high polish and high finish, but they're less bulky, they're more finer. With the bridal Indian jewelry, which is traditional, they're more bold and the motifs are very strong.
Yeah.
And the stones are big,
Right.
which is grand, which is for celebration, which is for huge party and expression. I think that is what we are as a culture. And that's where these jewelry actually sells.
That's true. Statement pieces sell more.
Totally,
Statement
there's no
pieces sell
doubt
more.
about that.
It's like, I guess, value for money, because you're putting money into something which is really standing out, right? So like you've got
Yeah,
your ROI.
Celebration. I think
Yeah.
Indians, as the 4th biggest economy, I think it's the time we are all celebrating.
Yeah.
We're living that moments of life.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. So I see like the kind of people and so many more people, like for example, like flying as opposed to taking trains. Like a crowd, a segment of people that would only travel on trains is now flying.
Yeah.
And I see kind of people living slightly better, earning more money in India.
Yeah.
And I've kind of noticed this lifestyle-wise. Does that mean that there are more people who have the buying power for jewelry also? Have you seen that?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah?
For a $10,000, which is 10 lakh rupees in India, the wife has to call anybody.
Right?
Everybody's so empowered. And I think that is a major shift which we are expressing, we are celebrating, we are living us. And I think that is luxury. But yeah, there's another trend when you asked me that men's jewelry is doing phenomenal.
Oh, I forgot about men's jewelry.
Oh my God.
Really?
The groom wants to dress up with that beautiful brooch on every function.
Yeah, he wants a statement also.
We have had all the weddings which are being colored, which have been taken in this celluloid. We take that as a reference point, and you will understand that B-tire and C-tire is even stronger and bigger when it comes to men's jewelry. They are the buttons, the brooches, the collar cuffs.
And even they wear long necklaces on top of their sherwanis
on the
sometimes.
sherwanis
Yeah.
and the emerald malas. Oh my God. So what is that? It's an expression.
That's amazing. So men's jewelry segment has really expanded.
Yes.
Yeah, I think men have become more aware. They have become more shauqeen. It's not about just their mother picking out their thing and they're like, just do it.
No,
Now they're really
beyond,
interested.
Beyond.
That's nice. And now you spoke as well very interesting about women asking their husbands.
Yeah.
Obviously, these things don't go down the best with me, but I hope things are changing in the sense that I hope you have more category of women who maybe earn themselves or who are empowered with their own money, that asking is not a factor.
I think they're empowered with money. They earn or they don't earn, they're empowered.
They're empowered by money,
Yeah.
and more women are just more independent financially, and they're buying jewelry.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that.
Very
That's nice.
strongly, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm narrating the daughter is empowered. The
Right.
wife has to be empowered before
Right,
that.
exactly.
There's a strong narrative which has changed.
Yeah. There has been a shift, I think, with how Indian men are raising their daughters.
Paradigm.
Right?
Paradigm
they make
shift.
them independent from day one so that then later nobody else can take that away from them, which I love. Any father I've seen, not any, but a lot of them who can afford
The
it,
luxury.
they make them empowered, you know?
The
No,
luxury
even
segment.
middle class families, I've been noticing a lot of them like educate their girls. They really put an effort. Obviously, it's not where it needs to be, but it's just nice to see that shift.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now, speaking of this, about daughters and family, I want to understand legacy.
Sure.
Now, you are a legacy brand,
Yeah.
and I think legacy is a very huge part of what you
Yeah.
do and who you are. Your great-great-grandfather has been in this, you're in this. Are your children interested in this?
We don't know. Brilliant question, Tanya.
What are you going to do? Like, do you think the next generation will break this
So
chain, this amazing chain you managed to keep?
But I can only tell how did I start, and then I leave the conversation open. I was very
Yeah.
young, and I had a privilege to spend a lot of time with my grandfather. My
Right.
grandmother was paralyzed early, so I spent
no.
my
Okay.
bachpan a lot with my grandfather in his room.
Right.
And in my grandfather's room, there was a sandook of my grandmother. And when I was 7 years old, and before I went to boarding school, I used to open that sandook. You know,
Sandook is like a trunk.
a vanity.
Yeah.
And I used to play with those jewelry. I used to
Okay.
wear that and wear the mang tika. And that's where it started. And then the influence of my grandfather.
Right.
And that really grew up on me. That was my shaping time.
Right, right.
You always need a stimulation where you want to go, and it doesn't happen like that.
Right.
And how much ever you try, it's a I think destiny. Having connecting to that conversation, we have no answer for the next generation. And I think so, as we just discussed that each is to own. We have to empower them and support them. I think that is
Right.
it. So all those legacy jewelers or all those legacy brands in India, I don't think that any of us now think that the children will take the baton ahead.
It's not like understood.
It's not
As it was
no,
earlier,
it's
right?
absolutely, absolutely.
So, what will be the Raniwala future if your son doesn't or your
Fantastic.
child doesn't take this
Perennial,
ahead?
like first world country, United States, everything will be run
It can be run professionally.
professionally,
Yeah,
and all
that's
of us
true.
are learning that.
Right.
we?
Oh yeah. So this is an interesting question I have. So if a jewelry house is to be run professionally, is it like running any other company that's run professionally?
Absolutely, yes.
You'll just get experts in and
100%,
you'll get
yes.
like really good
You
business
gotta
school
get
graduates. Yeah.
Right tech, right team, right systems, and right point of sales. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. There's nothing more. We have to change that myth
Yeah.
that you have to be there like a lala to open the store and close. No, it doesn't work like that anymore.
It doesn't, right?
We have examples of corporate brands who have come in India and conquered. And they've conquered and how? And they've got 100 stores in India now.
That's true.
So this is my always conversation when you say Rajasthan, Parnya, I always tell this, that why one brand could not make a national brand of 100 chains, where Johari Bazaar was made
Actually, you're so right.
100 years back.
You're so right. Why is not one Rajasthani jeweler all over India?
It's not, there's no
But
national
what is the
brand.
reason for that?
Because systems, procedures, professionalism, corporate structure,
Is
tech.
it because you're not professionalizing it?
I'm saying that it's the culture does not allow us.
Okay.
We were not, when we were growing up, the culture was very different. I said Lala. It's not exactly Lala, but then channelizing your energy into petty things will never allow you to grow. I think that was another thing. But now things have changed. I mean, I'm sitting here and happy to talk to you. But
Yeah. So I guess professionalizing your company and like streamlining it and
Yeah.
maybe
Systems.
moving back in terms of control also
Of
to
course.
a certain degree
Of course.
can help you expand
Yeah.
and grow
Delegate.
everywhere. I also don't know why a Rajasthani jeweler, because Rajasthan jewelry is so famous for all the right reasons, has not made it really big abroad? Like, why is there no Indian jeweler? Okay, forget Rajasthan, Indian. Why is there no Indian jeweler who has made it big on the global market?
We do not know storytelling.
Yes, this is the problem. And abroad, they will tell stories for nothing. It has no history. They will just find some product,
Yeah.
make up a story.
Kolhapuri chappal, I don't
Oh
want to
my
say
God,
that.
let's not even get into the Prada Kolhapuris.
Yeah.
But they'll make a story about anything and sell it.
Yeah,
They're
and-
so good at branding and storytelling. Is that the only reason why
I
an
think so.
Indian jeweler has not made it globally?
I think so. Less structured. We always believed in craft and karigars and
The product.
product.
Yeah.
Lack of storytelling, lack of utilizing point of sales and expanding, delegating. I think these are few points, but I tell you, Panya,
Yeah.
next 10 years, things are going to change.
I hope so.
India has arrived. I
Yeah.
think personally, it's not only jewelry as a category.
It's
All
overall.
of us. We
Yeah.
just talked about empowerment.
Yeah.
The daughter is the user.
Yeah.
The buyer is the user. It's exactly a representation of our community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's it. So, as I mentioned, that our backyards were full and storytelling was zero. Now we're doing the efforts where we are trying to narrate our stories to the world so that we can be couture, karigari. This is all Indian words.
It's all Indian. Most of the world learned these things from India.
Rai
Yeah.
Bahadur, my great-great-grandfathers, did couture in 1880. She used to make her daughter sit and make a necklace
Spoke piece for her neck,
As per her
literally.
size.
As per her size, yeah.
on every function.
Wow, yeah.
This is it. This is couture,
Right.
real time.
Yeah.
We did it 100 years back.
You're so right. And
150
we
years
actually
back.
have legitimate stories and history. We just have to get better at branding ourselves.
But you know, what we do at our
Yeah.
at our atelier,
Yeah.
this is very interesting. We put down hours, labor,
Right.
handmade, put in that piece.
Yeah.
So when that piece goes into the neck of that beautiful young bride, and that karigar who's romanced it every day with that precision,
Yeah.
that connect is priceless.
Right.
That is India. That
Yeah.
is craftsmanship.
That's so true. And this takes me back to like that moment Alia Bhatt had worn a Sabya sari to the Met Gala in New York. And it's fine. It's a Sabya sari. We all wear them. People have bought them. But I like the fact that she went on the red carpet and she memorized exactly how many man hours it
This
took.
is it.
I like that she did that because in India, we take all this for granted.
Yeah.
She told everybody that exactly how intricate these garments are. And for us, it's what we wear like all the time.
time.
Right? So we have to get better at that.
Storytelling.
You're right, storytelling. So what are some of the goals for Raniwala then?
I want to take the legacy of Raniwala 1881 across the community of people we can touch and connect to the needs and emotions of being a bride. That's our first goal. We want to be a design house which gives solution for the modern Indian bride and allow them to connect to their identity and tribe. We want to be the gateway of that Indian strong young bride who's still so rooted and still so modern and an achiever. So that's our forte now. This journey, open point of sales, online sales, going international, I think wherever this will pull me, I'm happy to go. And every day I get up thinking to take the legacy ahead. Because as I mentioned, there's so much at the backyard.
Yeah.
There's so much less done in the front. So I want to talk, converse, do storytelling, and I think it'll unfold.
That's beautiful. What do you think the future of jewelry in India is in general? Now we know Raniwala's goals, but where do you think Indian jewelry is going now?
But yeah,
I mean, with these gold prices, you know,
I think
also
jewelry
in the
comes
equation.
we all travel abroad.
Right.
Jewelry comes into luxury.
Yeah.
I think the way India is growing and grabbing luxury is insane.
Right.
The couple of years back, we were talking B-Tire has got into luxury and
Yeah.
business class and experiences and product and experience, both
So
luxuries.
B-tier cities and C-tier cities
C.
are really spending
C.
on
I'm talking
jewelry.
about C now.
What's a C-tier city
So
example?
B minus, for example, the third biggest city in the state.
Yeah.
For example, if you take Rajasthan, we can take Jaipur, Jodhpur, and we can take Udaipur.
Those are the main cities.
So
right?
Jaipur becomes the first, Jodhpur can become, I'm giving an example.
of the tiers.
So a big state with the third biggest city in Maharashtra, the Aurangabad.
Aurangabad.
The C,
So
or
there are people spending from these cities.
Vishakhapatnam.
Yeah.
And the C-tier cities,
Yeah.
Surat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The MSME, the economy, the manufacturing, the C-tier disposable income is way high. And what I'm trying to drive home, Purnia, is that the luxury is very well understood now in India. People have global mindset,
Right.
and jewelry is part of the luxury industry. We will ride the flow. We'll ride the tailwind, and I think jewelry will go much more deeper and higher because it's there in our DNA.
Exactly. My wish and dream would be to see like Indian jewelers, more than one, become like global
The
brands.
Bond Street.
Why not? Bond Street. I already see
Avenue.
one or two. I've seen a one on Madison Avenue.
Madison.
But I want to see more because, I mean,
100%.
come on, what we do is better than anybody else in this category, right?
Your
Hence,
craft.
like, this is the third jeweler I am featuring because jewelry is one of the best things we do in luxury. Is the reason why Indian jewelers didn't expand globally as much as we would have liked and not as many as we would have liked? Is the reason that there's enough clients in India? There's so many people they're catering to India and they have enough to cater to and enough work. And over here, the demand is enough. They never had to go abroad. Is that the reason?
As any entrepreneur, Parnya, the effort equivalent to dollar in is what is an entrepreneur looks in.
Right.
So the effort to serve any client across boundaries is
Right.
always, because jewelry is very precious.
Right.
The handling is very particular. You have to be on the top of your systems and procedures.
Right.
So coming back, the efforts were very high to sell to get
Abroad.
to get the dollar in. Easier to do it here, and which is your more scope of influence.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
So the
that-
cost is too high to
is-
go abroad.
Effort is too high.
Cost
is-
and effort. Effort is money, right?
Cost,
Time
I
is
would
money.
say, maybe not. But effort is too high. Too high.
Right.
But Parnya, this is a very interesting thing. We will all witness this thing shifting in next 3 years, as Indian jewelers are now going into valuation. All have gone into public funding and public
Okay, okay.
IPOs, etc. So visibility is going to play a very important part.
And I guess once things are more streamlined, like technology and professionalism
Yeah.
wise, then it'll be the expansion might be easier and the effort might be less also,
Yes.
right?
Also, we don't have very strong proof of concept if somebody is successful doing that from an Indian point of view. The minute
Somebody
we-
will have to take the first step,
So
really.
we have
yeah.
one, and the best thing about India is that as entrepreneurs, we learn very fast. One POC, proof of concept, and we are coming.
Indians are really intelligent that way. Yeah. So, okay. Because I see one or two have small presence abroad, but not that much.
Yeah, they're not
but
very
you need a
strong.
proper proof of concept, right?
The one or two which you see also is all one extension of brothers or brother-in-laws sitting and handling. I think
Right,
it's not
right.
a professional.
It's not professional. Understood. Got it. This is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. I also wanted to ask Parnya that you mentioned about Rampur, you mentioned about Haveli. I talked so much about my legacy in Haveli. I would love to know, because this one conversation I think that is very important when we talk about our backyards, that
Yeah.
who we are. We can be a globetrotter.
Right.
But then who we are, I think that is where is the conversation.
I'll tell you something. I think a lot of people like say this to me. I'm from Rampur, very much rooted in Rampur. I love my family legacy, and I just came out with a book of family recipes.
Wow.
And I'm very close to everything, like especially my grandmother. She's no more, but everything she's done and who she is and everything about her is very close to my heart that I can start crying right now. You know,
Yeah,
very close to my
yeah.
heart. And at the same time, I'm a kuchipudi dancer, but my
Wow.
education has been very American, right? My education in India and then in college abroad. So I think a lot of people find it very surprising that I'm this very modern person because of education, but I'm extremely rooted because I'm a classical dancer. I'm very
Wow.
close to my roots. And I think people find it so surprising, but more and more Indians are like this now.
Yeah.
More and more Indians
what it is.
have exposure, have education, which may be Western, quote
So
unquote,
modern,
but
so
they
relevant.
don't let go of their roots, and they're very close to who they are and where they're from. And I think that's really beautiful because you can get the best of both worlds. You can get education or you can get whatever you want from the outside world, but you can take all the advantages of your family legacy as well, right? So if you can have the best of both, why not? And I think more and more Indians are realizing
She's
this.
the brand ambassador of Raniwala. That's the emotion we want to sell.
Yeah.
That to be Indian, celebrate legacy, your
Yeah.
identity. Parnya Qureshi is our Raniwala's absolute brand ambassador.
And today I look it also because I'm literally dripping in Raniwala.
We celebrate our legacy. I'm so happy to
Yeah.
have a conversation and connect
Yeah,
on this.
me too,
Parnya.
me
Pleasure,
too.
pleasure,
Thank you,
pleasure,
thank
pleasure.
Okay. Now tell me this before we close. Actually, I have two questions before we
Sure,
close. My
sure.
first question is, what is the favorite part, your favorite part of what you do as an Indian legacy jeweler? And what is your favorite piece out of your design house right now?
Creation, creation, and creation. I think what keeps me, the adrenal rush in my body is the thought and of a design or a concept, putting on manual design and then creating it, and storytelling and packaging it, and actually eventually has a purpose of a young bride's neck, which is gives her emotional value. I think this journey as a full circle is so satisfying for me, and I think that is where I get up and I work and I connect with my team, align and respect and a lot of gratitude. I'm able to do that and be in the creation part of this whole luxury and jewelry, and I'm so thankful. That was one, Purnia. Thank you for asking. Very, very personal to me. Second, I think there's no one piece ever.
Come on, right now.
The one you're wearing.
The one I'm wearing?
I give you my word.
Really?
I love solids. I love solitaires. I love two-dimension. Floral is my theme. I
Right.
love floral. And I always say every piece is so unique. You know, the Indian women are so different in terms of their jewelry expression and jewelry needs, but still seen from far, they're very similar.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, what India is. And every piece is different on every individual.
That's true.
So I don't have a
People wear it differently.
differently,
Yeah.
style it differently.
I think the one common thread with all Indian women is that they love beautiful jewelry.
You're so
Yeah.
true. You're so true.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you
This
so
was such a
much.
nice chat. We just flowed and I
Thank you.
really enjoyed
Thank
it.
you, Purnia.
I can speak about jewelry all day and all night long, but you have a flight, so.
Thank you for
But good to see you and thank you.
putting my story across. Thank you so much.
Anytime. It's my
Thank you.
absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
In my effort to promote Indian brands, today I'm wearing this beautiful dress by Safa. I think they're Safa World on Instagram. They do Indian wear, stunning Indian wear, and jewelry by Raniwala 1881.